Greetings, I'm Geofatboy. I make shaving videos and sell shaving supplies. Visit shaving.Then for all your shaving needs. Have a great shave, have a great day. Greetings, gents. I'm Geofatboy for shaving.Then. In one of my previous videos, I got this message from Terry M. And it says, Geo, one of these days, maybe you could show in a video how to shim a blade for more aggression. What do you think? Sounds good to me. You know, I'm always up for a little fun and challenge type thing, especially when it's a hands-on mechanical type thing. So I'll show you how to shim a razor. What in fact you're doing is just installing a portion of a blade onto your existing blade and then reassembling the razor. And what that will do is that will increase the blade gap, meaning the distance between the top cap and the safety bar or the base plate. So by doing so, the shim and the blade will both conform to each other and you'll increase the gap, and that in theory should give you a more aggressive shave. So the razor I'll use is the 34C, and I'm going to show you a quick video right here on how I did the shimming. This is just a standard pair of Scotch scissors, nothing special. This will cut your razor blade so you can make your shim. So here we'll use a feather blade, and where you want to cut is on the very edge. You want to cut the cutting edge of the blade. That's the part you want to remove. You don't want to cut it here, that's taking too much off. We're going to just remove this cutting edge right here on both sides of the blade. One. And two. Not bad, it's pretty straight, you can see. Now these little slivers, immediately, you want to just be careful with those. Dispose of those carefully in your blade bank so nobody gets injured. Do away with those. Now we'll disassemble the 34C, remove the top cap, and here you will place the regular blade first into the top cap like so. It will help if you write on it, just because you're dealing with two blades that look exactly the same. So we'll call this shim. That way you won't be confused. First you'll install your new blade, then the shim goes directly on top, like so. Reinsert, tighten it up. Now you have a bit more blade reveal than you did before. This will make it a more aggressive shaving razor. Hopefully it will still be smooth. You can see that the blade still protrudes slightly, the blade and the shim, on the outside edges of the 34C. But the reveal is nice and even. We'll see how it shaves. You could also experiment with placing the shim first and then the blade, seeing how that works out. By the way, if you're using a feather blade or any other blade that has wax on the paper, be careful, because what happens, the blade will stick to the shim and you won't even know it's there. Watch this. See? That's the shim. You won't even know it's there. It just looks like one blade because they'll stick together from the wax. The wax will hold them together. So just exercise caution with that. The razor I chose for this project is the Merkur 34C because of the fact that it's a common razor. Many of us have it, and shims seem to work quite well in this razor, in this particular razor. So I will shave the left side of my face with just a standard feather blade right there, and then I will shave the right side of my face with the 34C that has the shim inside of it, and that's why I put this black tape on here so that I don't get them mixed up when I'm doing this. I don't want to get them crossed up. So anyway, here's a quick look. Here's the 34C with the shim right there. I've written shim on it. You can see that. And then here is the other razor with nothing in here right now, but I will insert a feather blade right here, going to right over the post and the 2 pins. Drop that in, reassemble. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll with that one. We have no shim, we have shim. Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Bop. That's the theme music for this video. By the way, when you play around with this, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can put the shim below the blade, above the blade. You can make a thicker shim out of a gift card or a credit card if you wish to. You want to use something waterproof, and this is thin plastic, which is great. You can use a yogurt or a cottage cheese lid, also works well. Just cut it to conform to the blade and make it a little bit shorter than the blade. You just want to remove the cutting edge of the blade. Everything else can remain the same. Just remove that cutting edge, then insert your actual blade with the sharp edges on it, and you can put the shim above or below. The way I'm doing it, the blade went in first and the shim went after, like that, and then reassembled. So you can see that I have a pretty decent beard growth, because I want to see if I can feel a difference between these 2 razors, the shimmed and the non-shimmed. Let's get to the shave. I'll fill up this marble cup with hot water. I'm going to use the Omega for Proraso brush. You can see it says Omega, but this is the Proraso brush. You can also see that it's kind of red down at the bottom here, because I've been using George F. Trumper Violet shaving cream with this, so it's taken on a bit of that color. Let's drop the brush right into the cup. Soaks up a little bit of water. That's what it looks like when it's saturated. We'll just let that sit. The shaving cream I'll use Palmolive, European Palmolive for sensitive skin, right here. And for the ladies, I know some ladies watch this channel. For the ladies, we will use, since it's October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the pink Shave Nation shaving bowl. This is a ceramic bowl, logo on the bottom, logo on the side, lather spot at the bottom. Let's warm that as well. It is ceramic, so it will retain some heat. Let's open up our Palmolive. We'll fill up that lather spot down there at the bottom with a little bit of shaving cream, just like that. And we will remove the brush from the cup. Give it a couple shakes. Pour out the water. All right, right in here, and let's see if we can mix the lather. I think it was Edward Jessen commented, I like how Gio always says, let's see if we can mix a lather. Because you know we're going to be able to mix a lather. We just don't know if it's going to be thick, thin, runny, soupy, how it's going to be. But this lather, not much of a scent to this sensitive skin shaving cream, which makes sense because usually you put scented things, essential oils that will irritate your skin. So for sensitive skin, you don't want much of that. But you can see that we've already got a nice lather coming up here, right there. Less than a minute for sure. I could add a touch of water. Just rub the brush along that lather spot at the bottom, and before you know it, look at that. Copious amounts of lather right there. Okay, let's get to the fun part. I'll warm up my face, we'll get right to the shave. Nice and hot. Dry off the fingers before we pick up the razors. But first let's lather up. Start on the right side, work our way across. This is a nice stiff brush. If you prefer a stiff brush, this boar brush by Proraso will suit you just fine. Nice and stiff so you can direct the lather exactly where you want it to go. Drive it into the beard, soften it up. Circular. Figure 8. Very nice. Nice lather, nice and thick. Nice coverage. What happens next? You know it. Clear the runways so we can see those sideburns. Took 3 this time. Now dry the fingers before you pick up the razor. I'll start with the left side. Standard, just the feather blade loaded inside. Let me prove it, just in case. I know some of you, okay, there's a regular feather blade. It's in there. I'll shave the left side with that. I'm going to warm it up under the hot water. Here we go. Cut the sideburn, perpendicular, tilt slightly up with the handle. This razor is generally medium aggressive type razor. So that's the reason we're shimming it. We see if we can make it a little bit more aggressive. One side is filled up. Let's switch to the other side. Lots of stubble on there. Right down the neckline. Now we've got it filled. Let's look at all that. You can see that stubble on there. Let's rinse that off. Okay, now let's try the razor that's got the shim in it. I've got black tape on here. Let me show it to you. There it is, shim. Reassemble right under the hot water. Let's see if we can feel a difference here. Cut the sideburn perpendicular. Tilt the handle slightly out. Yes, I do. I can feel it. Not a drastic amount. Still smooth, but it does seem to be more aggressive. Look at that. Lots of stubble, all right? Right there. Not bad. All filled up. Let's rinse that. Lots of stubble going down the drain. We'll continue on down the neckline. Very nice. I do notice a slight difference. It's not drastic, but if you want to kick your razor up, a notch, that's the way to do it. Shim, let's do the right side. I can really feel it under the mustache for some reason. Let's set that down. Now the standard. Okay, there you go. Let's rinse off and reapply. Clear the runways. The standard razor, first pass was with the grain, north to south. Now we'll go across. Just backhand it like so. Oh, here, so you can see it is no shim on this one. We'll go against the grain on the neck. Now the right side with the shim version. Very nice. Okay, neck area. Still nice and smooth, but it does seem to get a little bit closer between the two sides. Right side. And left side. Two passes done. Right side is a little bit smoother. I feel a little bit more resistance on my left side here. Yep, smoother on the right. The shimming does make a difference. Let's do a final rinse. It's hot then cold water. Let's take our Shave Nation alum block. Just glide that all over the areas we just shaved. Seal off any nicks, which we have none. Let that soak in for about 30 seconds and rinse that off. Let's pat the face dry. Okay, let's take a look. Two passes. Left side was the standard feather blade in the 34C, and the right side was the shimmed regular feather blade with a shim installed in the 34C. So I felt like I got a little bit smoother on this side, on the right side. I can feel a little bit more resistance on the left. So I feel like there is a little bit of a improvement when you shim the blade. Go ahead and play around with it. You can use one shim, two, three, but to me that's getting out of hand. I would just go with a more aggressive razor. I'm not going to play around with that. But if you have a razor that's pretty mild and you just want to kick it up just a little bit, then install a shim per the video, and that should help you just increase it, the aggressiveness or the efficiency of that razor. Let's go old school. Clubman, original. Put a little bit of this on. A couple drops. Activate the ingredients. Back of the neck. This is when you're a kid, you went to the barber with your dad. He'd give you some Clubman, sprinkle some talcum powder on the back of your neck, brush it off with the horsehair brush, clean up the neck. Good times. Oh, to be young again. So you may want to go ahead and play around with the shims yourself. See what you think. Install the shim above the blade, below the blade, whatever you think works best. Test it out. Do a little experimenting. Report back. Comment down below. Let us know what you come up with. Maybe you want to try the gift card instead, or you want to try the cottage cheese lid. Just something that's waterproof, very thin. Plastic usually works the best. I use the blade because it's right here. It's convenient. And if you have one blade, usually you have two blades. So you can take one of your older blades, make sure it's clean, use that as the shim, and then use your brand new blade, insert that over it, and go to town. See what you think. I got a nice shave today. Just two passes, nice and easy. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to pick up any of these items, 34C, blades, brush, bowl. The bowl comes in 7 different colors. Black, red, blue, white, pink, yellow, green, all those different colors. Some old school Clubman, barbershop type, barbershop style. Remind you of your younger days, your youth. My cousin Vinny, right? I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Before I head out, please click that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. And then after that, click the bell, then click all. You'll be notified of all my upcoming videos. They'll go right to your inbox. You won't miss any. Thank you very much for watching. Visit shaving.Then for all your shaving supplies. I'm Geofatboy. Have a great shave. Have a great day. Uh-oh. Looks like I have a 4 o'clock shadow. Got to go to shaving.Then. Have a great shave. Have a great day.